Mathieu, can you explain to me Le Paupier and the work you do here in Saint-Henri?
We're a tenants association or an housing committee basically. So there's two major things that we're doing. The first is like a service juridical service to tenants. So anybody who have whatever kind of problem with their landlords, rent increase or major works to be done, or when the landlords are taking back the apartment for their parents or their child, or whatever kind of problem you could imagine that people have, they could call here or come for an appointment. So we're telling them what's their rights, what's the law, what they can do, what they cannot. Giving them the proper information so they will be more able to defend themselves. So that's the first big thing that we're doing. That's all our services are free, of course. And the other part is more collective work. We're a member of a federation that is called the Frappe Rue. I guess maybe you know it. Really active on the basic work that they're doing is like advocacy for like social housing, asking different levels of governments to invest money or public money in housing to build more cooperatives or low income apartment.
Right, and that's a good point because in the Southwest, more specifically in Saint-Henri, Petit Bourgogne, because around the Atwater Market area, they've been starting to build many condos. I mean, all over Saint-Henri. And these condos aren't including social housing. And this part of the city, there's a lot of people who, are lower income and can't afford condos. Do you see that being a very big problem?
Yeah. It's a process that it's well known that we're calling gentrification. The more famous example is the Plateau Montreal, which used to be like a working class sector or a poor popular neighborhood, and now it's they've been building condos and condos, and the people with less money have to move away, and it's the same process that we've seen here in Saint-Henri. It's not totally done like it is like in the Plateau Mont-Royal, but it's something that it's currently going on. We've made a research last summer to try to make a list of all the empty lots or the empty the empty ground in Saint-Henri, and since last summer, part of them have been transformed in condos. In the last 10 years, it's maybe 2,000 condos that have been built in the sector, mostly around the Canal Lachine or the industrial vacant buildings. And it's just for Saint-Henri, the social housing, it's maybe like 200, so it's really
There's no balance.
there's no balance at all. So we're fighting this because it's there's people that have been living here for like a generation that used to works in the industry that have closed, and now they've been chasing away by the people. There's new restaurants or new commerce that opens that are not accessible for people that used to live here.
And Saint-Henri is a community known as a working class neighborhood. I mean, more so than any. Do you feel that it's losing this status?
Yes, partly, not totally. Saint-Henri used to be the biggest industrial sector in all the Canada till the Second World War or something, and now it's changing. The industry that have closed down have been transformed with condominiums, This is not the kind of development that we want for the sector. We've been doing advocacy for the city of Montreal or the Southwest arrondissement to ask them to to put a stop and reserve like grounds and space for cooperatives or social housing.
And how has the city responded to these calls for social housing cooperatives?
Um, we cannot say that they're doing nothing, but obviously it's not enough. The city of Montreal have adopt politics like maybe 5 or 6 years ago that it's called the inclusion politics, which means that for all project that of more than 200 condos, they have to include like 15% of social housing, but still it means that 85% of all the units will be condominium. So this is really not enough. But at least this is something that they're doing, and in the sector here they respond quite positively to our demand, but always saying that it's not us that have the money, so you have to go to higher levels. And with the election of the Harper government, we have a fear that the investment will be turning to zero, which will be the first time since 2001 that there will be no federal money at all for housing.
And also, there's the development going on around the Turcotte, and that's a provincial responsibility. They want to tear it down, but there's people that live, in Village de Saint-Henri, and those that are in the immediate area of that highway that is not very environmentally friendly because of so many vehicles coming through. Now, in the past, people of Saint-Henri were displaced to build the highway. Do you see that happening again?
Yeah, it's in the 60s and the 70s with the mayor Jean Drapeau. It was horrible. It's like tens of thousands of apartments that have been destroyed for all those highway. And we've been, the POPIR have been really active in a coalition that's called Mobilisation Turco. Our demands were basically like to make a different project that will include more transport en commun, like collective transports, and so less cars, because it's really too much and too many. The pollution and the health, public health, are really affected by the highway, and we were opposed, of course, to the expropriation and the apartments that were to be destroyed. It's not the same amount. We're not talking about thousands like it was in the 60s or in the 70s, but still at first it was 166 apartments that were supposed to be destroyed for the highway, the Turcotte, and it's been lowered to around 106. So we like save 60 apartments, which it's a start, but it's not enough. We're still demanding that there will be no expropriation, and it's possible because there've been engineers that have worked on different alternative to the Turcotte interchange, and it's possible to make it autrement in another way. So,
Right, exactly. And now, with the process of gentrification happening in Saint-Henri, and a lot of people are noticing Notre Dame, because that's pretty much the main, street through Saint-Henri, and it seems like in certain parts of Notre Dame there are these cafes that are popping up, and people are saying now that Saint-Henri is the new Plateau, and like you were mentioning, the Plateau was gentrified many years ago or is in the process of that. Do you see that happening here?
yeah, it's there's a buzz around Saint-Henri. It's trendy. It's cool to be here, and we've seen many different type of people that's coming in, like luxury restaurants, and because it's really close to the downtown. It's easy to access with the metro or the highways. So there's a buzz around Saint-Henri, and we've seen actually there's a new movie that starts to. Which I think I didn't see it yet, but I think it's a good movie. But it's only part of people wants to live here. It's so of course it have an effect on the when more people wants the apartment, the landlords could increase the rent easily, and they will find people to rent it. So the taxes are really going up. So the landlords refill that to the tenants by increasing the rents. So yeah, definitively, it's a process that it's ongoing, and we try to fight it. These are the empty lots. These are all the condo projects, and this is social housing. So it's when we show that to people, they're kind of oh shit, I didn't realize that.